Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading. I'm Jude. This is a reading for you for the week of the 27th of Feb. So let's get going. So Gemini, first of all, we're going to look at what's the energy you've been in. Then we look at the challenges that might be coming in the week of the 27th of Feb and what might come in around to help you. All right, so a reading for you, Gemini. What's been going on? What's been happening? And it feels like a bit. It feels like a lot. But beautiful straight away. Very clear energy here, Gemini, about a choice that you've made and a whole new path that's opening up. So the Ace of Swords, the Lovers, and the Page of Wands says that this is about a new beginning, a new energy, a new way of thinking, clarity, absolute clear thinking in terms of making this choice. And it's a choice you've made from a very free will energy too. This is you in your highest sense of self, Gemini, and in that beautiful energy of free will, free thought. And with this Page of Wands, it feels like a new road, a new path, a new journey has opened up for you. That's the feeling I have with this energy. It feels really clear and empowered and like you're in a really great place according to these cards, Gemini. So let's see what the week of the 27th of Feb is according to these cards. Oh, there's a bit coming out. All right. So we've got Temperance, King of Swords, and the World. Wow. So that clarity hasn't left you, Gemini. Temperance tells me there's this feeling here of very balanced energy, and it's like a healing is happening for you, a very emotional healing energy. King of Swords says this is you in your, again, swords represent the air signs in the tarot, so Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. But for some of you, I often think of the King of Swords as a Libran, or maybe someone who's like a lawyer. So you might be dealing with someone like that. But my sense of it for you, Gemini, is that this is about you. I feel like you're very, very clear and in your thinking superpower, strategically working things out. And with the World card sitting here, maybe there is a consideration for something coming to a completion, an ending of some sort, the end of a cycle, the end of a chapter, something in your world that you bring to a quite positive, successful completion. And in that, I always think with an ending comes time to pause and breathe, and then we get to have a new beginning. But that's the feeling I've got there with that card. So, what are the challenges this week for you of the 27th of Feb? And we've got the Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles here, Gemini. So it feels like the challenge sits in how you move forward, because the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very grounded and solid and well resourced and knows how to manage her world. And, it's not gender specific. It might be that there's an earth sign person around you giving a bit of a challenge, or there's some challenge sitting here in your finances perhaps, because the Chariot is a card of how we move forward, aligning our head energy and our heart energy so that we are congruent within ourselves and we get to move forward. And the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's abundant, who is balanced and knows how to work with the resources around her. She's very good at the practical aspects of life. Because these are coming in as a challenge for you, Gemini, that suggests that maybe I know you're very clear in your thinking here, and the Temperance card suggests to me that you have found emotional balance, but the challenge might be in organising perhaps some practical aspect of life, financial, some sort of resources around you, and how you get to move forward. Because it feels almost like this could be a little bit of a block, a little bit of a challenge for you in how you do this. And that seems to be what hinders you a little bit, according to these cards. So, and just oddly, this just dropped in. It's like for some of you, you might have to be aware of, like not getting a speeding fine. Just going to say. It's not going to resonate for everyone, but yeah. Feel free to drop something in the comments if you want to chat about anything here. Okay, so what comes in to help you, Gemini? What comes in to help Gemini, please? If they're the challenges, what comes in to help Gemini? Okay, well, a lot, Gemini, a lot. And looks like nice things too. So let's see. So we've got the 5 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the Devil, the Hanged Man, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool. Okay. Right. So it does feel like quite a big week, Gemini. It feels like there's this internal energy for you that's a bit challenging. It feels like it could perhaps cause you a little bit of stress here. I'm seeing with the 9 of Swords, that's that overthinking, ruminating, like really trying to process something from an intellectual point of view, from a thinking point of view. And the 10 of Swords, I'm actually pleased to see that 10 of Swords there, because this is like an end of the thinking, is how I feel the energy it brings. It's like you don't want to keep doing this anymore, Gemini. And it's an opportunity for you to look at a pattern or a restriction, which is what these cards are talking about here. So because the Devil energy is coming in as a gift or a helper card, it is the opposite of this Lover's energy where you feel free and able to make, individual empowered choices. Here it feels like you get to look at what the restrictions have been around you, which is, what's showing here, whether it's been financial or something challenging you in terms of your thinking, but also your heart. It's one of those push-pull situations. And in the gift of that card is that view of looking at what those beliefs or values are that have kept you in that loop. The Hangman is actually really helpful here too, because it gives you an opportunity to look at everything from a different perspective and to be patient and still in that energy to really work out what you want, Gemini. The fact that it's then followed by the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool said this is where this new energy begins. And with these two cards here, it's like there's a whole new cycle comes in. So I feel like you find resolution out of this. And with the Fool, there's this new beginning energy again, where you take a bit of a leap of faith. And in that, we don't know how things are going to play out. We never do in life, but there's this energy here of a lightness in the feeling of how you move forward. It's very free feeling. It's back into this energy up here. So through the challenge of the Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles, it's like you get an opportunity to really sit still and look at what it is that's kind of kept you a bit bound up. Sometimes with the Devil energy, it can be a behavior of our own, an addiction or a pattern or a belief in something that keeps us hooked into a loop, and we're a bit stuck in that. But it's unknowingly, it's because it's unconscious. We haven't seen it. We're not aware of it. And with this Devil comes the gift of getting to see it. And when you see something, you know it, you then get to choose whether you want to keep doing it or not. It becomes conscious. So that's the gift of that. And the Hangman is that capacity to see it from all angles, is the feeling. Sitting still and having a really good look at it, because then it feels like you just get your wheel turning and off you go. And this beautiful clarity of the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords is sitting with you here. And there's a lightness in this. So it feels like, Gemini, you're releasing something that's been holding you almost. I feel like I'm really drawn to that Chariot being in a block of concrete today. The symbology of that card is like you get to see what's held you back a little bit. And of course it's general, so it may or may not resonate, and it's going to be different for everyone, but that's what I'm seeing in these cards. All right, so Gemini, I'm going to close your reading out just with a message from Spirit for you. A message for Gemini from Spirit, please. Okay, I just heard that's the message, right? The message is the King of Wands. This is you taking your power, Gemini, your inspiration, that energy, that fire for a new adventure. It's a more evolved version of this page that felt to me, what I could see with that was like an open road. And this King of Wands is like, there's something very inspiring about this energy. For some of you, you might be dealing with a fire sign, which would be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You may be dealing with that energy, but my sense is, because it's a message from Spirit and something that's coming through as a positive aspect, it feels for me like this is you really working things out here and really kind of feeling that energy rise and which way you want to go forward in your life. It feels like quite a pivotal week, to be honest. Big. I wish you well. If you did enjoy this, please like, share and subscribe. I'd be really grateful. And thanks for that. Have an awesome week, and bye from me.